Danny, welcome to Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Flyers have kind of slipped into 8th place, Danny, in the final playoff spot. Is this a do or die weekend with two games against Dundee?
Well, I mean, do or die is a bit strong, but they're definitely must-win games for us. But we're right now at this point, we're just taking it one game at a time. Our focus is Saturday night and get 2 points on home ice. We owe it to ourselves to rebound from our last performance. We owe it to our fans, and we owe it to the organization. So, like I said, we don't want to look too far ahead right now. You can get caught up doing that, and our main focus right now is 2 points against Dundee.
Clearly, looking forward is the important thing, but how were the guys after last weekend's game against Hull?
Guys were dejected, but rightfully so. It was a very poor performance, and we're all aware of that. But we don't want to keep mentioning that. We don't want to be thinking about that come the weekend. We knew we weren't good that night. We're all accountable for what happened that night, and we've looked forward. We've had a great week of practice, and like I said, we're looking ahead to Saturday night, and hopefully we get a big crowd to come out and support us because like you said, it's a must-win game for us.
We'll come to the crowd and the fans in a bit, Danny, but what have you and Coach Todd Dution been doing this week to lift the guys? What's been on the agenda and on the training?
Well, we had a little meeting on Tuesday with the players, and we aired some things out and made some obvious holes in our game well known. I mean, there are things that we've commented throughout the year, but we really focused a lot on work ethic and our work rate this week. I mean, that game in Hull, there was nothing other than a lack of compete factor in that game for 60 minutes, and Hull came in, and I don't even think that night they were overly special, but they were smart. They played a good game, and I think they recognized that we weren't at our best, and they just sat back and they capitalized on a couple of mistakes we made. So just our work rate and staying focused for 60 minutes. We have a heck of a habit of switching off during games, whether it's an individual mistake or 5-10 minute lapse. So just staying focused for 60 and keeping that work rate up.
Edinburgh are 4 points behind and have a double header against Braehead, who are still in the hunt for the title, Danny. Is it a given that Braehead will win those two games and give Flyers a chance of beating Dundee and securing that 8th playoff spot?
We have absolutely no concern what goes on over there. I mean, we're focused on ourselves right now. If you start scoreboard watching, then you lose focus of your own agenda. So whatever happens in that series, we'll have to deal with once we're finished with our series. But these two games, especially on Saturday, is what we're focused on right now.
We've talked all year about consistency and maybe 3-game streaks and then losing streaks, and so it's really important for you and the guys to be totally consistent and totally committed this weekend.
Yeah, I mean we can't take back what's happened this part of the year. So we're trying to keep things positive in the room right now, and we're looking ahead, plain and simple. We got 4 huge games to go here, and like I said, our focus is game number 1 against Dundee at home. And yeah, we have to be consistent from start to finish within a game, throughout a game. That's the main thing for us right now.
How important is it for the team to score the first goal in a game, Danny, particularly this weekend, and get the Flyers fans on your side?
Well, I think particularly this weekend, it's a massive boost. But I think our team in particular, like when we do come out and now we have a good start, it's evident we're a lot better hockey club. And whether that's through a goal or through a good team play, we're a different hockey club. So yeah, it's massive for us, but we also don't want to get into the mold of pushing too hard for a goal, and that's when you start making mistakes. Let our energy levels and our compete factor take care of itself, and if guys do the little things and play with the little intangible stuffs, in all 3 zones, we'll have success. But when we get away with that, we don't.
Your line, the third line, has been pretty consistent all season, come up with a couple of goals. How satisfied have you been with your own performance this season and that of the Scottish lads that play either side of you and behind you?
Well, I don't know if I would agree with you on that. I think we've been consistent from the fact that we haven't been on for many goals against, but we definitely like to chip in a little bit more offensively. I think the line as a whole, offensively in particular, has been a bit below average, and that affects myself, and I'm sure it affects Gunny and Torch, and or Scooney or Beanie, whoever is on that wing with me. So we want to produce and then take a little bit of pressure off these top two lines, and if we can chip in with a goal or two here down in these last few games, then we definitely do our part and keep the puck out of the net as well.
And finally, Danny, a message for the fans out there this weekend. What are you expecting from them?
Just to stay on our backs. Whatever's happened. We can't control what's happened. Sport and particular, it's not black and white. There's a lot of good teams in this league, and yes, we have underperformed at times, but we've also battled a lot of adversity on and off the ice. So I'm still confident in this group that we haven't seen our best yet, and I think our best is still to come for sure. So just stick with us and support us. Be loud and proud, like they can be. This building's an intimidating place for other teams when they're going.
Danny, thanks for joining Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Best of luck to you and the lads at the weekend.
Cheers, guys.